What made me decide to go with Legend? Honestly, a good friend of mine, Tony Casabezic, makes the suspension that I run, TK1 Racing, and he had nothing but good things to say. So he organized my first trip out here. He's like, you got to come see what they're doing. So after coming out, visiting with Darren and Randy and seeing the plane that they build, I was sold. And it's been a weird transition. You know, my old plane was a Kit Fox. I did a lot with a Kit Fox, but I found that over the years I spent a lot of time trying to turn it into a Super Cub. So decided one day it's time to change up the recipe and attack this from the other angle. Found one of the things I loved on my old plane was the Rotax turbocharged engine, especially up at altitude. My house is at 6,000 feet, so I'm regularly taking off with 8,000 foot density altitudes, and having a turbo is a game changer up there. So we're putting the Rotax 916 on this. Should keep it light and make it just a ton of power. I've been pretty hands-on. They did let me weld on it a little bit, nothing critical, because I know how to TIG weld, but I'm by no means an expert. But yeah, this is my third trip out here, so we did a lot of the fabrication phase my first trip, rigging up the wings, welding on the fuselage, got a whole bunch of little odds and ends kind of sorted. The last time I was here, we started pre-assembly, which was putting in all the floorboards, the stringers, the trim system, rudder pedals, all of that. So I've been fairly hands-on. It's a fun experience from that standpoint. I'm someone that I'm fairly mechanically inclined. It's just hard for me to commit the amount of time it would take to build by myself. So the build assist program is just like perfect for me. So we've tweaked a lot of stuff on my plane. So Darren basically switched from the standard fuselage for the Rotax one to go with only a single door. So instead of having two side doors, what that allowed us to do was open up the door on this right-hand side. I did the extended baggage off the MOAC. They've been building me new carbon doors and seat pans, and so there's a bunch of stuff that's different compared to the AL18 or the MOAC, but I think this is going to be pretty similar to what he's normally selling. It's just with the baggage options. Armando's telling me it'll be done February 15th, but I'm hoping we can push that up to like January if I just keep trying to light a fire under him. But I also am not making it easy because I keep throwing in different things that I'm going to put on it. You know, I only have experience with a couple other aircraft manufacturers, but I've been blown away by every time I reach out to Darren and say, hey, I have this idea, can we do it? And I don't see why not, we're the factory. It is interesting that Darren's openness to suggestions and you know, these modifications that make it a better plane, also with his engineering background and having his in-house engineers, you know, so you know it's done safe, but it's still innovating. So it's been pretty cool seeing, just in the few times I've been here, how much stuff has been innovated. It's pretty awesome. Super excited to get my plane done and get out and do some adventures. It's going to Alaska, so that's going to be fun.